Oh, that's inconvenient. We're back stream, and I apologize for all of the sadness and silence. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. And because there's been 14 minutes of pure and utter silence and sadness. Hello everybody, my name is Nico Skilla. I forget to unmute my mic so that you can laugh at me. And welcome to Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. I have had so much dialogue before I realized that my mic was muted. I actually should just start inviting Riley to the chat just to make sure that it is or not. But I don't have anyone with me in the chat today. It's just me, alone, by myself alone. But, Necromancer came out yesterday. I got them to level 50. I think 51 by the start of the stream. And I'm just doing some tests, running to see what works, what doesn't. And I even got legendaries. I showed them off earlier. The Waist Guard, the Teens Waist Guard, I believe, and the Lost Time Phylactery. But, yeah, again, apologies for being quiet early on. Again, forgot to unmute my mic. It happens. Whoops. But, yeah, there's no one with me today, so we're testing out the Necro, just to do what I can. See what happens, just throw everything at a wall and see what works. The double consumption auras isn't bad. Especially on low difficulties. It seems to be really overpowered on lower difficulties because I'm just walking over things, they're dying instantly, and I'm just like going ham as hell. But it seems to be working out for me. And if my commentary is a little lacking, I'm sorry. It's summer here, so it's pretty hot, and I'm not a big fan of pretty hot. Which is why I have my usual daily Slurpee from Max Convenience or Circle K, depending on where you're from. Because I'm pretty sure that's what they're called in the US, Circle K. But I don't know because I've never been to the US, so there's that. But essentially it's a Slurpee. If you live in the States, or if there are Slurpees where you live, even if they're like the Ices, like it's got a dog as a mascot. It's got 2 flavors usually. It's still the same thing, it's just there are more flavors, and instead of it being a dog, there are various human designs for each of the things, for each of the flavors. It's actually kind of neat. But, yeah. One big ol' confusing whirlwind of awesome. And I've been told that the one I get specifically looks like a bag of Skittles got hit by a glacier, which honestly just makes me want it more. Anyway, to explain our build as it is currently, we are built so that we have essentially endless decay. So, when we fight things, things die. When things die, we gain health. We're just waiting to get either a ability or a passive or an item that makes it so that if we can, we get the effect of every rune on Devour. That way we have the Devo Aura, but we also have the increased maximum life, obtain essence from minion consumption, reduce all essence costs for each corpse consumed for a short period of time. Honestly, these two are the ones we want. And cannibalize, which is each corpse consumed also restores health. But that's the setup we want to have. We just need to get there. We just aren't there yet. Like, we're working on it. We really are. We just need to get there. I don't know what my build is gonna do by the end of this. Honestly, Bone Spear has to be on Shatter at this point. Wait, no, there's another one for Bone Spear that makes it really good. Teeth. Because Teeth is a shotgun that hits everything for a lot of damage. I say a lot, and the highest number I hit for is like 99k. Nope, I'm seeing 111. It is strong. Also, like everything else, our auras are increased by our gold and globe pickup radius. So the further we can pick this crap up from, the more efficient our auras of death are. So if we're going to go with the aura build, we're going to want as much gold and pickup radius, gold and health pickup radius as humanly possible, because that gives us so much more devastation on top of our already relatively devastating field of just death and sadness. Now the issue is the fact that we aren't doing as much damage. You know what? Now, let's go with you, Flesh Golem. Swap Frailty. To Death Valley. And Death Valley this bitch. Honestly, I should swap Devour as well. For Corpse Lance. Corpse Lance, Brittle Touch. And for those of you who are wondering why Flesh Golem plus Corpse Lance, Brittle Touch, Flesh Golem turns into a pile of corpses, which is a pile of ammunition. And then Corpse Lance is the, I'm pretty sure, highest damaging move that this guy has. Like, I don't know for sure, but I'm relatively certain that he doesn't have anything stronger than that. He may not be the best, but he's by far the best at, like, the best level 50, I think. Because I'm at level 50, and since I got Corpse Lance, I've, like, that's the win condition. Just, when does my Corpse Lance go off? At that point, I've won. But on a slightly different note, next month is, well, I say next month, next week will be the start of the essentially month of Crash. Because Crash Bandicoot and Insane Trilogy came out today, but I don't get paid until next week, so we will almost guaranteed be doing like just runs of that, just because it's the Crash series, and that's probably one of my favorite series that exists, because it's Crash. Crash is one of my favorite game series probably of all time. And the fact that it's on PlayStation 4 now, well, that's just icing on the cake right there. Trying to make it so that I have as little ability-based items as possible, because when it's specifically X ability, sometimes it's not necessarily useful on the character build you're going for. So, our aim is to avoid that. How we do that and still make an effective build, I don't know yet, but that's because, again, character came out yesterday, so... Oh, man. And I don't think I'm getting... Yeah, I'm not getting Death's Breath yet. However, we're at level 52. Almost 53, so... We'll go to do some bounties. And hopefully... doing the bounties will get us... doing one bounty will get us to level up. So it's just a matter of... what exactly we do once we level up. There it is. Level up. I got the Blood Spear ability for Bone Spear and Shallow Grave. I do like Shallow Graves. Devourer got Cannibalize. We still need What's Touch. And I can now put on Blood Spear. I love essentially the Valley of Darkness, because for every enemy in the Valley of Darkness, I essentially get more and more Valley of Darkness. And the Valley of Darkness is arguably the strongest thing for this character, because of the fact that it's just, hey, I heard you were surrounded by bad guys. Not anymore, you're not. It's kind of amazing. It's probably one of my only found combos this character has, but it's such a good combo that honestly it doesn't matter that there's only the one. the violence that is corpse explosion. Or corpse missile, essentially. Hey! That's a staff, but this is just so much better. I think the staff is the staff is two-handed, so we're gonna go with this one and put Lost in Time on, because together they're so much better. We're at level 53 now. Might as well continue with the entire field. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, this is a weird daytime stream, but well, no one's online that I know of, and it's a beautiful day for a stream. What a beautiful day for a stream. Oh boy, and this is the Templar mission. Decrepify. Alright, so, on top of the fact that next month we will be doing a lot of Crash, there's also going to be a second little adventure going on for us. It won't be as big as the Crash thing, because the Crash thing is probably going to be actually the thing we do the entire month. Or at least, well, maybe not the entire month, because Crash does not last an entire month. But, at least for a few weeks of Crash. Just to get the bearings, like play through the games, see what the newer versions of the games have to offer, because they are just remakes of the old games that work on PS4. Because PlayStation 1 games don't work on the PlayStation 4. It's a little odd, but it's actually a neat thing, because that means all the PS1 games that they're putting on the PS4 are rebuilt for the PS4. So that's kind of a neat. Wow. I found the one that's out of the way before I found the ones that are actually easy to spot. Which is weird, because usually it's the other way around. You find all the easy ones to spot, and then you find all the ones that are a pain in the ass to find. Man, that's gotta be awkward, being saved by essentially the Resurrection Devil. I can revive anyone anytime I want. So death is essentially meaningless to me. Let's just go and save a bunch of people. That way they're in my debt. And I'm not even sure that that's a wrong assumption. Like, you're a necromancer. What's the first thing you're gonna do? Try and get people indebted to you so that you can use them for experiments. Duh. Or at least if I was a necromancer, that's what I would do. But that's because I'm a terrible person, so... Whoops. Kill Vermites. Kill the Butcher! Whoa! Drain life. I wonder if I can get every rune for Siphon Blood. Because that would be neat. Because Siphon Blood's a really powerful ability. Be really awesome to just get everything from it instead of, you know, actually having to wait for the, like, actually having to do any one thing in particular. You can just do everything all at once, because that's just how strong it is. What? There was a chest under the cursed chest. What? Enemies that spawn in minions are just the weakness of this class. Because when you start spawning things in, that makes me more and more powerful every time you do it. And most things don't just do it once. Like the Skeleton King, he's just such a bitch against this character, because he's just like, oh yeah, let me teleport and summon a bunch of skeletons. Alright, let me eat all of the skeletons you just summoned. Okay, now let me destroy you. Because that's just what the Necro does. Seems to be how the character works. I am doing pretty shitty damage though, so that kinda sucks. Hopefully there's an item or something I can find soon that increases my damage by a necessary amount. Sword. And it's a one-handed sword. And it's a legendary sword. And it's suddenly the best piece of weaponry I have. What a sudden change of events. I don't think anything can beat this belt though. But we now have the pig sticker, which is, weirdly enough, one of the most common weapons seen in the Season Cup last season. But I mean, this is powerful. Like, I'm just sitting here holding circle. And you guys remember, like, the runs I had of, Berserker or Barbarian and stuff. Like, I had to hit buttons on that run. I don't have to hit buttons on this run. I can just sit here and hold circle until everything is dead. Plus, because there's so many enemies, the enemies generally end up killing themselves before I actually get a chance to do anything. Alternatively, a hilarious thing that this class can do is summon a bunch of minions, like the golems and such, and then just ruin somebody's day with the unrelenting power of every one of my minions has a very large percentage of my thorns damage. Then you put on something like there's an item that makes it so that all of your HP 5 is instead made into thorns damage. And then, yeah, you don't get any health back per second, or per 5, or whatever. However, you have unlimited life, because you have all of these abilities that heal you. On top of that, like, there's no downside to it. You're just getting more powerful. And it's essentially a free power boost. It's a pretty big one, too. Alright. This is apparently significantly better than what I have. Yeah, it gives me way more intelligence. So, lost time. I haven't actually been using your effect, so we'll see you later on. Oh, Corpse Lance power boost. That's not fair. I like it. The Army of Dankness has Dead Storm. That's kind of neat, but I don't think that's what we're gonna do. That's really good, which makes me really sad, because it's actually just amazing. Alright, so we're at level 54, so we're getting pretty close. We're already doing pretty good in terms of our levels. In terms of our power, we're a little past the par of what I'd say we'd need to be around level 54. Which means overall, this character's early game, I would say, is pretty strong. Arguably one of the strongest. Because it's got the early game of the Witch Doctor with the late game of a Mage. Which, by the way, early game Witch Doctor doesn't have to play the game, and late game they have to play it even less, but they actually have to build properly. For Wizards, you don't. You can have a subpar build that has like 2 items that are required, and then everything else can just be just random stupid like legendary crap, and you'll still do the most damage in the game. So it's a pretty neat thing. Understandably, I'm pretty sure this video is not going to get any views, but you know what? Fuck it. At this point, I don't even care if people are like, oh yeah, let's go watch people play the new character in D3, because that's cool, I guess. And they would probably go to someone like Riker, or something like that. Someone who's known for solid Diablo 3 content. Not me. I'm not known for solid any kind of content. The only thing solid about my content is being let down. There's a solid guarantee that will happen. Because most of my content is just Scott sucks ass. Or, in the very rare chance that Riley decides to do a stream, Riley sucks ass. Or, Riley actually tries to be good at. Or in the case of the Skyrim stream that, honestly, not a whole lot of people... Well, not a whole lot of people watched anything we recorded that weekend, but... In the case of the Skyrim stream we did, it was watch Riley be good at a thing, okay, nobody's watching. Because whenever it's a game where it's like, hey, this guy's actually pretty good at this, it's like, well, why would we watch him then? It's no fun to watch someone who actually is decent at a game. If you want to watch someone play a game well, there are probably way better channels. Oh boy. Gold Froster. It's a Gold Froster. Ooh, Serration. Wonder what that does. Bone Spike, Spear, and Spirit deal 1% damage. 1% increased damage for every 1.5 yards from you, up to a maximum of 20 yards, I guess the enemy is. So the farther the enemy is, the stronger it is? Or is that supposed to be the closer the enemy is, the stronger it is? It seems pretty vague. I do have another idea of something that I'm going to do later on, but I'm going to look into doing a Let's Play of this as soon as we can fix Riley's copy, because his copy does not allow him to play as the Necromancer, even though he has it. He has the Necro, he's just not allowed to play as the Necro. Which is kind of irritating, honestly. You end up having to spend $40 on a character pack that he couldn't use. And for those of you who are wondering why is it $40? Well, in Canada, on PS4, it costs $40 to get the pack that gives you the Necro. It's $20 a piece, and he had to buy it twice because it wouldn't work for him. It worked for me the first try. Like, he bought it on his account, I jumped on, I grabbed it, it worked, it was immediately working for me. He did the exact same thing, the exact same way, and it just didn't work for him. It's kind of irritating. I honestly feel like I should have Consume or Devour in here somewhere, it's just I can't fit it because it's not nearly as good as I feel like it should be, or it's supposed to be. Hey, level 56, and we're not even to the boss yet. Bloodlance. Though, honestly, I feel like this is going to be the one that's the best. Because it's like, hey, next ability you use on the same target has a higher crit chance. And there's... but at the same time... Oh. Oh, never mind. That is really powerful. Alright, let's see how long it takes us to beat the Butcher. We're at 49:22? 49:27. I understand this character is powerful, but that was bullshit. He didn't get to attack, and I didn't even... Like, I used 2 abilities to do that much damage. And for those of you who are wondering how I got these wings, this is one of the items you get for buying the pack that comes with the Necromancer. And it's actually pretty neat. Anyway, I feel like we need to upgrade the difficulty now. By that I mean we should quit, enter again under Master, and try and do Ye Olde Rift. Just a simple Nephilim Rift. No big. On another note, I may very well end up doing some very strange content that I naturally would not do on the channel over the next little while because, oh, sweet Jesus, I deal so much damage, but it takes so much life. Okay, I found out why corpse consumption's a thing. Huh. Need to find a way to balance so that I can have essentially an unlimited amount of HP and an unlimited amount of bodily death. Oh, and I don't need to have Decrepify on anymore, so... Be behind a corpse when they expire. Actually, no. This is better. Oh, I see. So there are certain enemies you just shouldn't revive. I say that, and then I immediately revive all of the enemies I wasn't supposed to revive. Alright, so... Res is good. But I need something else that can cause corpses to appear. And this is probably what it is. Oh, screw it. Blood infusion. Well, the funniest thing about this is no matter what I do in this, it is the description is accurate. This entire stream is fueled by death. I'm not really using essence now. Yeah, because this gives me something to use my essence for. And something is better than nothing. All right. The blood of the fallen. Borrowed time. Wonder if there's anything else I can do on this character to like further decrease how much cooldown I have for some of these abilities, because there are some that it would just be insane to just not have to worry about the cooldown for. See what that ring was. Because it's the Bull Kalthos wedding ring. That's actually really good on this guy. Just drain the HP from enemies around me. What a bother. Yeah, HP draining is amazing on this guy. Yo, we took a Shadow Jaeger. Yayo, yayo. He's the Necro. He's like I'm aged, but I don't know how he's supposed to get by. His bloodthirst is a pretty dangerous thing. You can't get by it. I don't know. I was going for a One Piece thing and it just fell flat. You know what? Corpse jump. Corpse mass annihilation. I really like the ability to just dump corpses wherever and it caused this much damage. Which may, or may not, make me kind of a sadistic gamer. And I'm okay with that. Because Berserk has taught me that that's not the worst thing you can be. By a long shot, not the worst thing that you could be. But, as of where we are in the stream currently, I hope you guys are enjoying so far, because this is tons of fun. Even though I'm essentially just grinding up, the character is just so good that I can't not have fun with it. Because if you've noticed, I am doing quite a lot of damage, and I was not this strong when we started. Pretty far from it, actually. Oh, there's a ton of guys. Corpse depravity. It's time for a corpse party. I see what I'm doing now, and that's really, really, really scary. Like before, I was like, oh, let's have fun, learn the character's abilities. Now I know the abilities. Now I'm just trying to min-max the character. And that's always a dangerous start. With a very, very terrifying ending. But now that we're there, like, it's exactly what I wanted it to be. And I'm not even in endgame yet. Like, I don't have the best gear for this guy or anything. I don't even have what I would assume is good gear for this guy. I just have gear. Like, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just gear. Really? Oh, because that's a two-hand. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, that's neat. Ooh, better ring. Whoops. There we go, that's the map button. Teach me how to map it. Teach me how to map. Nobody maps. Nobody maps. Fuck maps. Fuck maps get angry. Bone depravity. The blood cycle apocalypse. You just can't help but feel like a monster. And that's weirdly okay with me. Perfectly acceptable violence. You know what? It's not like there's any other big things here. I should be able to just do this, wipe out as many dudes as possible. And then the area will be done. You fucking done, son. Now I'm just doing this because it's hilarious. Like, watch as I essentially am systematically destroying an entire race. They're demons, but still. They're not even, like, cool demons, like neat ones from, like the demons in, like, High School DxD or something, where it's like, hey, we're demons, but we're also high school students. Please don't wipe us all out. They're like the, the demons you see in Constantine. The ones that are not friendly or fun to be around. They're also all dicks. A better belt. Something completely useless. Bitchin'. I'm just gonna save up now. I'm doing really well. Like, we are on the road to level 70. And by that, I mean I'll be there very soon. Which more than likely just means rifting until complete, because rifting is giving me a lot of experience while also letting me see how strong I can get within a single rift. And corpse defecation. Corpse leap. Corpse satisfaction. A blood-soaked satisfaction guarantee. There's not really enough things here to warrant using the essentially super nuke. Because pretty much what the square is, the land of the dead is just the super nuke. Like, you get it, you pop it, you have crypt spear on, blood spear, or not blood spear, corpse lance, and you just wipe them. And it's tons of fun. You know, if you're not the guy who's about to get fucked on by all of the various spears. It's so fun to do this, and I don't know why. Must kill the goblin. Still has Nemesis on, so Nemesis bracers activate. Blood shock showdown at a go-go. It's so fun to do this, and I don't know why. I can almost guarantee that it means I'm a terrible person, because I'm like, yay! Fuel my rage with all of your corpses. My rage boner knows no bounds. It's also known as the murder boner. And everyone gets them. Everyone. Everyone. And you'll know if you get one. Because you'll have the sudden urge to kill everything. Hopefully you never get it in real life, but if you do, you need to turn on a game that you can kill things in, because you don't want to go to jail. Or die. Dying also could happen. And you just don't want that. That's bad. 9 out of 10 doctors would say dying is bad. That other guy, though, he's super sketchy. Almost looks like he downloaded their medical degree. Oh my god, I can spam them until I'm until I'm out of essence. That's terrifying. Means so long as I have essence, I have an unlimited source of corpses. Where did the balancing for this go? Because Because I don't seem to see it. I see happiness, but I don't see balancing. Like, I'm not really set up with items or anything, and I'm hitting for par damage with most characters, honestly. No! They've all run out. Man, when your spooky, scary corpse power is strong enough to kill everything before you get there. That's pretty awesome. I think we are going to actually end this pretty soon, because I think I have to go check something. Actually, I have to go check a few things, but we'll end this after this dungeon, because we don't want this to go on for too long. We want to have as much fun with this guy as we can. Not to say that I'm not having fun, because this is clearly my favorite thing to do. Or at least it is on the list of things that I shouldn't want to do, but I really like doing. Yeah, like, these guys get giant shields of awesome, and I just don't give a shit about them. Wait. Oh. Anything else new? Yep. I don't think there's anything else I can do to decrease my cooldowns further. Like, short of getting a set or something. Because if I can get the Frostbound set, I believe, I can just cancel cooldowns pretty much. Because it just gives that much cooldown reduction. Which, if I can get that, that's really, really balanced, and they should totally never touch that, because that's just exactly what this character needs to become totally fair. But, yeah, I think we're going to end this after this dungeon is complete. So, having said that, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Or at least enjoying the bloodstorm that I've been causing. Because who doesn't like a good storm of blood, damn it. Well, at least I know where I was supposed to go. We're at 76% completion of the dungeon, and we're at passageway 3. Wowzers. Totally fair. 100%. I'm essentially deleting an entire floor with less time than it takes the average character to take a piss. Like, though I have noticed that I am a single target build for this guy. Like, my single target damage is insane, it's just my multi-target damage is kind of ass. Because I can summon the Horde, and I can use that Horde to just fuck on everything, but, you know, it doesn't always go very well, in terms of the fair department. Then again, fuck being fair, when I can just do 20 million damage to something in an instant. Dun dun. Well, that was fun. Ooh. Blood rush metabolism. It's kind of neat. And now we have the maximum fun. Veracity just gets fucked on. Oh, and there's blues too. Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that will be all for us today. Let's see if I have any... Yeah, I have a blue. Alright, yeah, I think that'll be all for us today. We will re-gear and call it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Leave a comment and a like if you did. There's other things to be said here, probably. Oh my god, there's so many things that are just better than the flesh tear. But they're all... Really? This is that much better than the flesh tear, and it's not even the two-handed scythe. Alrighty-roo. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Comment, like, sub, and hit the stupid little bell if you want to see more of me playing Diablo 3, me playing the Necromancer, or the essentially Crash-a-thon that happens in a few weeks, or next week maybe, for a few weeks. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And peace.